realistic picture of the economy, but you don't want to miss out, obviously, on a 40% rally in the S&P over 3 months.
Right.
How do you tie the two together?
The problem with most people right now is a lot of people are pessimistic on this market, like myself, but they're afraid because they see the market running. Okay, what my job during the day is I'm an institutional trader for large mutual funds and hedge funds. So my job is to trade for them.
Right.
And to get, to basically don't get caught up in the noise. The volume that you see during the day right now, some days as high as 12 billion across to all three exchanges, is fictitious. It's not real, okay? I'm going to say that 60 to 70% of this volume that you're seeing come across, it's volume, but it's done by what they call high-frequency traders. These are machines. The biggest machine out there wins the game nowadays. And these people deal in sub-seconds. 50 milliseconds is a huge amount of time. If anything over that, you're a dinosaur in the business. So what they do all day long is basically buy and sell, and they try to collect liquidity rebates from the exchanges who are basically in partnership with them, and they trade for no apparent fundamental reason. And this is my problem. And being that we're in a bullish tape right now, they're all just buying.
Well, so what do? You're investing for your clients. Are you telling me that you were shorting the market during this last quarter?
No, well, actually, I trade for my clients. I'm an agency-only trader, so
okay.
my job is, they make the decisions. I execute around the noise. This noise that comes through the tape all day long.
So what have your clients been doing? Have they been chasing this rally?
Well, hey, some of them buy, some of them sell. We deal with all different types. Some of them short and so on.
Right.
Some of them are sector-based. But my job is to make sure that during the day when a program gets shot through, and by the way, 1 billion shares a week going through, a certain broker on the exchange with program trading, principally related program trades, is a way to get the market to go in your directions. And what happens is, since we're all electronically linked, the algorithms, which a lot of these other institutions use, not the guys that I talk to, chase the programs and artificially inflate the prices.
So your point is, the rally that we've seen because of this type of trading, it's not real.
It cuts both ways. That's right. This could be, since we're in a bull tape, everybody's jumping on board. But here's the trick. They can run for the trapdoor tomorrow, and if everybody becomes a seller, they'll all just go the other way. They don't care about the prices anymore.
All right, well, speaking of Bozo here, we have live shots of Al Franken.
Guys are tough.
Back now to Joe Saluzzi. He's co-head of equity trading at Themis Trading. And I want to ask about if you think the game is fixed here, the market's manipulated, do you expect reforms to help?
I don't think they will reform it. I think the SEC has already kind of said, hey, you're a big boy, you're playing in this game, deal with it. And they have noted that in several comments. So I'm a professional investor, okay? I'm a professional trader. I know how to navigate around this. I'm afraid that some of the retail investors or some of these algorithms that some people are using are not aware of what's going on. And the trick to the market here is the high-frequency guy does not add liquidity. He adds volume. And there's a big difference between liquidity and volume. Okay, volume is 12 billion shares. Who cares? But when the door, if a news event occurs, and there's no liquidity there anymore, the trap door opens and no one's there left to buy.
Well, you talk about news events. We just talked about Al Franken, winning. Yeah, Norm Coleman conceding, the victory to Mr. Franken. That makes what? The party, they've now got a filibuster-proof majority. There's so many changes being talked about in Washington. Does that now kind of worry you?
Well, sure. I can't get a Tylenol nowadays either. I'm very scared. I mean, these guys, each day, a little bit of my freedom is going away, and that does scare me now.
It's been dangerous for 50 years, Joe.
Well, wait a minute, but look at what all the freedom got us in the last year and a half.
Well, what? What has it gotten us?
Well, a lax regulatory environment created that was part of the, what created what we've lived over the last year and a half.
There's a lot of blame to be passed around, okay? And there were certain individuals and certain corporations that could have done a better job. But that goes across both parties, okay?
I agree. It's not just a party thing.
And I still think we live in the best country around with a capitalist society, which is meant, to improve in profits. Everybody understands this is how you get better economic standards. But now we're going the other way right now.
So what do you want to see that makes you say, all right, things are better, it is time to be your total bear?
Well, you got to keep in mind, I have to interject that I think you feel probably that you have an advantage over electronic traders, so it doesn't really bother you if we don't get reforms here because you can do a better job for your clients.
No, because I have a feeling one day that the door's going to close, everyone's going to be running for the exits, there's going to be a major move in the market, and everyone's going to wonder what happened. What about that crazy guy on Bloomberg television that day, and he was talking about these high-frequency guys. There's a problem structurally in the equity markets that nobody wants to talk about. There is intervention, there's manipulation going on. No one has exact proof of what's going on, but it's out there. And the real liquidity has been gone for a while when we got whacked out 40% last month. It never came back. People don't understand. The liquidity's not back.
We never have enough time.
Well, exactly. Well, we'll keep having you on, and we'll continue to talk about this. It's been a pleasure. Joe Saluzzi from Themis Trading.